Hi, it's me, Rachel Lynn, and today's Weigh-In Wednesday are all of my weight loss goals for this upcoming year of 2019. Yesterday I talked about all of my goals for this year except for my physical weight loss goals, and that's what this video is all about. Real quickly, I would like to just kind of cap off what happened last week because this is a weekly log of how I've done. So my food was terrible. My water was amazing just because I have been slightly sick and drinking a lot of water. Exercise, non-existent. I kind of vaguely said that I was going to try to do some and I didn't do any. And then my weight, so last week I weighed in at 255.1, which I said was not a true weight because of various reasons. My weight this week for Sunday was 254.0. So I technically lost 1.1 pounds, but I think I actually kind of gained this week. And what I ate all this past week, Christmas week, I let myself take a break off, and I definitely think that there was a gain. However, I am not starting the year off at that weight. It will actually be a different weight, probably a little bit higher. Today currently is Sunday and I have not weighed in yet officially for diet bets. I will talk about those in just a moment, and that will be my new official start weight. Next week I will recap what my new official starting weight for the year is. The reason for the discrepancy is because I am weighing in for the diet bets and I like to weigh in starting out in the evening so that there is actually a little bit more weight on me due to eating food and just like weight gain over the day, so that there's a little bit more that I have automatically lost just by weighing in the morning for the next week. It's not much, but I think it helps out a little bit. So again, yesterday I talked about goals for the year. I talked about how I was going to achieve them. I talked about how I was going to track them. And I'm going to do the same thing in this video and just focus on my weight loss goals. So last year, I didn't really start out the year, but around the Super Bowl, so early February, I decided that I wanted to try doing diet bets to try to lose some weight and more importantly, to make a little bit of extra money. Now, diet bets do not make you a lot of extra money, but you can make at least a few bucks and lose some weight along the way. I had absolutely no interest in losing weight whatsoever. I only cared about making a little bit of extra money to help me pay down my student loan debt. This year, however, I am coming from a completely different standpoint. I am ready to lose weight. I'm excited about it. I want to lose weight. But if I can make a little bit of extra money and help pay down my student loans at the same time, I'm all in for it. It took me a long time to get to this point, pretty much all year. But I've made it. I feel good about this upcoming year. I feel good about my goals that I have in place. Okay, so finally, what are my goals for this year? At first, I didn't really have a number goal for the scale, but then I decided that that really is the best way to measure my progress. And so I have decided that my goal for this year is to lose at least 50 pounds and hopefully be under 200 pounds by the end of the year. I didn't want to set a number goal. I wanted it to be more about motivation and more about being healthy rather than a number on the scale. But to be honest, at my weight, it's just better for that number to be lower. So now that I've stated my goal, how am I going to achieve this goal and how am I going to track this goal? So I'm going to achieve this goal by getting more exercise. I'm going to achieve this goal by eating better and eating healthily. The main thing that is going to help me achieve this goal is diet bets. I love the support that Diet Bet has. It is a social media type platform where you can get lots of tips and tricks and support and, attaboys and all that, or attagirls and all of that stuff along the way. And so it is very, very helpful. It is also an accountability. You have to weigh in, and you have to weigh in or you lose your money. Money is a huge motivating factor for me right now. And so diet bets maybe I'm not going to win that much, maybe I'll win a lot, but really that motivation is not losing the money that I put in. And of course I do hope that I will make at least a few extra bucks. If I could gain $1 per pound that I lose, that would be pretty awesome. By the end of the year I'd have $50 extra dollars. That's not a whole lot, but you know, that's $50 more than I had when I started. So I have already signed up and paid for 3 one-month diet bets. You have 28 days basically to lose 4% of your body weight. I'm not entirely sure what my starting weight will truly be, but it's going to be pretty close to 250 something pounds. So 4% of that is about 10 pounds. So by the end of the month, I should lose about 10 pounds. You can play in up to 3 games at a time and lose the exact same weight. And so for losing that same 10 pounds, I play in 3 different games and I can win or lose 3 games all at once. That is just the 1-month bets. You can also play in up to 3 6-month bets at the same time. I have joined 1 6-month bet starting this month. Next month I will probably sign up for a second 6-month bet, and then a month later I will sign up for a 3rd one. I'm not entirely sure about this just because you have to lose 3% of your weight the very first month of each bet, and last year when I did these I signed up a week apart because those were the only ones that were available, and it just it became very confusing which ones I needed to weigh how much for. So I feel like spacing them out a month apart is a good way to kind of keep that under control. However, that does mean losing at least 3% of my body weight for 3 months in a row if I do that. So I might space it out every other month, just to kind of give my body a break, because if I am pushing hard, I'm just kind of fearful of reaching a plateau for a couple of weeks and then not being able to achieve those goals and then losing a lot of money. But I'm just going to see how this first month goes and then go into the next month and reevaluate. That is another thing that I plan on doing, is reevaluating every month. Where am I? Where do I stand? Where do I need to go? What do I need to change? All of those things. That will be a monthly update as far as what it is that I need to do to lose weight. Thankfully, since I am using DietBed, that will be the way that I track everything. It is definitely the easiest way to track what I'm doing, just because it's there and I have to, and if I don't track it, then I lose money, and that is definitely an incentive that I don't want to lose. So my second goal for the year, which I think will help propel me in my first goal, is that I want to do a 5K once a month all year long, and by the end of the year do a 10K. I feel like the 10K is a lofty goal, but at the same time, I lost weight and started walking and running, I guess it's been more like 5 years ago now. It was 2014, and I made a goal to run in a 5K once a month, and it was pretty attainable, and I actually loved it. I love doing 5Ks, I love the excitement, and I love the t-shirts, and I just loved it. And oddly enough, like, I really want to do that again. It's going to cost me some money, but I'm kind of hoping that winning money through diet bets will help pay for that, which will help me with the diet bets, and they'll just help each other, and I'm really excited about both, actually. Now in 2014, when I was actually doing a really good job losing weight and all of that, and I was doing all the 5Ks, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be able to do a 10K by the end of that year. However, I did, and I did it with like not training for like 3 months beforehand, which was not a good idea, but it was still something that I did and something that I achieved, and so I feel like this is something that I can do and I can achieve by the end of this year. So how am I going to achieve this goal? I am going to start walking and eventually running 5 days a week, and I will also be adding a section in my budget starting in January that allows me to spend on 5K races and also help me hopefully save money for new shoes and that kind of thing. So I now have a weight loss fitness section in my budget, which I will be showing my January budget tomorrow, and you will get to see that new section in there. This section in my budget will also be for future diet bets and things like that. One thing I did not say, but my diet bets starting out, I actually ended up paying $255, I think, for the 3 1-month bets, and then the 1 6-month long diet bet that I paid for in full. I paid for all of that all at once. What I did is I used a lot of the money left over from my gifts budget from Christmas. I was extremely frugal this Christmas and I saved a lot of money. I decided to gift myself, in a sense, I guess, a new healthier lifestyle and a new healthier way of being. I used that sinking fund money and didn't even use all of what I had to start out my diet bets. Going forward with diet bets, as long as I win, they will continue to pay for themselves. However, when I do start a new 6-month diet bets, which there are 2 more that I can start in the next few months, I will have to pay for those out of pocket. I will either take it from sinking funds or take it from that category. Whatever it is that I need to do, that's what I'm going to do. As far as tracking my exercise, I have bought myself a calendar. I absolutely love Paris, and I feel like this will be motivating because I want to go back to Paris someday, and the only way I'm going to do that is to get out of debt. So I bought a new calendar. So each day on the calendar, I will add a sticker that I do exercise. This is exactly what I did when I was first starting to lose weight back in 2014, and it worked wonders. I guess I'm a lot like my kindergartners, and I'm just motivated by stickers. So I'll put a sticker on each day that I actually do exercise. The great thing about that calendar is I can use it to track all of my other goals that I talked about in Tuesday's video. Those are my weight loss goals for the year. I would love to know what your goals for this year are, whether they are weight loss goals or not. So please leave me a comment down below and let me know what your goals for this year are. Give me a like for having a great plan set in motion, and also don't forget to subscribe if you are not already. I am making videos about losing weight and getting out of my student loan debt. Please join me and help me and support me in this journey. And if you are also on a debt loss or weight loss journey, I would love to hear about it and join you on your journey as well. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.